So within my process, in my self-investigation of myself, um, a point that I have come across and seen that has affected a lot of my life, a lot of interactions that I've come across and has shaped and um, shaped my experience of myself and my experience of my world. And it's this point of fearing people. And within this fear of others, I've created a defense personality where I am on guard and tense around people. That causes within me anxiety, and the outflow of it is just misery, because I'm not here, I'm not enjoying others around me, but I'm in my head, in my ideas, and my beliefs, and my fears of, what's this person thinking of me? What are they gonna do something to abuse me? Are they gonna say something that's gonna make me, feel down or bad about myself? And living my expression based on others and my perception of others, and my projection of my own judgments that I'm holding onto others. So within this whole dynamic, it's created a lot of miserable times. And it's all been self-created. It's all been based on me holding on to blame, seeing me as a victim, fear, and within my process now that I'm walking, I see that I don't need to be this way. I don't need to stay in this fear, in this anxiety, in this state of blame towards others, but I can take responsibility for myself. I can stop these points within myself, because I realize that I'm not defined by these memories I hold on to, or how others treat me, but I define who I am, and I direct myself, and I'm free in that. It just gives you a sense of freedom and a relief within your world, because you end that point of kind of enslavement to your experience, to your life experience, because obviously you can't control what's going to happen in your world, but you can, within yourself, define who you are. Obviously the points that I'm working with and I see as truth, which is the quality and oneness of all life, and that I am part of this. Every being in this world is part of it, and that these judgments that I hold on to of others is not real. It is irrelevant. It does not define life here. It is not worth what it causes. And it's not enjoyable at all. So, stopping this within myself, And this big one has been fear. Fearing what others are going to do to me. Fearing being hurt. Fearing embarrassment and humiliation. And within this fear, I, shut down myself, and I, suppressed myself, and was so into my own head that I couldn't, I was just like awkward in the situation. I couldn't communicate myself fully because I was so in my head. I was just like, ugh, I was like tense and ugh. But now that I have stopped that and released all these fears and judgments of others and realized myself within it, stopping the blame, I can breathe here and I can express myself and not be in fear of others because I can handle myself. I can direct myself. I understand who I am among all, and I understand all as myself, so I don't judge. Well, I'm walking the process of not judging people, stopping that, and within the stopping, you release yourself from all these like ties that are holding you down, holding me down, and you really start to become productive within yourself. Like, I can work with people now, and I can be comfortable with myself and confident within myself because I am focused on, what's best for all, what's best for this situation, how can I help others within what they're doing, treating others as how I would want to be treated, having that be a focal point of who I am and what I live. Really implementing this equality and oneness within my living. And, people react to that, and that brings a warmness and a welcomingness with others where they see that they're welcome here. We're going to create something that's productive. It's an enjoyable environment, and there's trust built within that. So stopping this fear of others has been cool, and stopping the polarity points of the playouts that have developed within these inferior, superior extremes that play out within my world, such as this point of feeling weak with people that I see as more than me, stronger in maybe intellect or more outgoing or prettier than me. And stopping all that right at its core and seeing myself equal to this person, not within any points of a picture or intellect, but being here as who I am in the physical and coming to solutions and being practical within what we're doing and seeing them as myself, as a human physical body. Like Bernard said one time, see the person with the skull and just them as a skeleton, because that's who we really are. It's just bones and matter. We're matter here. So and it's also points in society that's programmed, we need to be, the skinny, beautiful Barbie type person, and guys have to be the Ken doll with the chiseled body. So it's stopping defining yourself by these pictures that we constantly are pumped with in society. Just accepting yourself, accepting others as who they are, and not having any points of definition and separations that will cause division. I mean, we're not divided here. We're not separate from each other. We're here as human beings. We're here as what is here as physical life, and that's what is real. That is what matters in this world. And from this point of reality, from the real physical reality that's going on, we will start to emerge and start to develop a world that matters and includes all people and includes this point of equality and oneness that, is walked through this process of stopping your ego, your mind, and living here in breath in the physical, one and equal with all beings. So, fear is not real, I realized. It does not define who I am. And I am one and equal with all people, and I really enjoyed pushing myself within this point with others in my world. People in my past that have come to light in my world again after a long time, and not defining myself by who I was in that past moment, but being here in breath, speaking, expressing, and not judging myself, not judging the other, just expressing myself and, working with these points and stopping myself as I go, correcting myself and writing points out if they come up. And freeing myself within these realizations that, I'm not defined by anything but what I define myself as. I direct who I am here, and within the principles of who I know I am and what life is, equality and oneness, that's where our true freedom is. That's where our true selves are. That's who we are. So it's a point of now living this as myself and continuing to live this as myself and create equality in this world. Okay, thanks for listening.